Today I will be making my fourth garment, the Audrey, a cozy hooded scarf by Merchant and Mills. It's a beginner's pattern, which I'm a beginner. I fell in love with this pattern as soon as I saw it. It was actually recommended by Carly B, this amazing sewist here on YouTube. You should totally check out her channel. I'm so inspired by it. So I bought the pattern and my mom's birthday came and went, and I was like, I want to make this for my mom, but she lives far away. So she came last weekend, and so I had her pick out her own fabric, and now it's time to put it together just in time for some cozy weather clothing. So we're gonna make the Audrey. Let me show you. Okay, so I already cut my pattern out. There's just 3 pieces to it, and then there's 2 fabrics. So this is one of them, really cozy, 100% cotton. It's beautiful. And then my mom picked out this as well. So this will be the inner lining. And then this is the outer shell. So this one, it's like a really lovely brown houndstooth, as you can see. So this fabric is 100% polyester. My mom didn't care, and we're gonna make it for her. So I just need to iron my fabric, and let's do this. Let's make our 4th garment. This is so exciting. It's the next day, and I ironed out all my fabric and everything's ready to go. I'm ready to cut my fabric out, and let's hope we can figure out. So this has like some notches. That's new to me. I guess you just like cut it before you move the pattern piece. I went ahead and just put like white thread in my sewing machine because I only have white and pink, and I thought white would be better. So I cut out my cotton lining fabric, and I had so many troubles. I was like, am I even meant to sew? Like, this is ridiculous. I feel like I don't have elementary level cutting skills. But I think a big part of it was A, everything takes practice, but B, I totally forgot about having like weights, like pattern cutting weights on my fabric. So it was such a struggle, but I remembered them with my other fabric. So I think that went a lot better. I think this is the first pattern I've done without watching like an accompanying video tutorial, which I partially wanted to do, just like reading the written instructions, because I feel like maybe I will learn more and retain more. But we'll do a recap at the end, what I've learned, what went well, etc. But I'm really excited because I'm ready to sew. This is like the moment of truth. So it says with right sides together and matching notches. Okay, I gotta match the notches. Right sides together. Matching notches. Well, this will tell me if I did my notches correctly. Oh, there's a matching notch. They are matching. Wow. Okay. Oh, I just realized I didn't adjust my machine back to normal. So I gotta do that now. Hopefully I didn't screw it up too much. Yikes. The next step here is stitch lining to self. So I've pinned my lining. I think I'm doing the correct thing. Oh, no, I think I did the wrong one. I think I'm supposed to do the front. So I pinned the back. I'm gonna go pin the front and stitch that. Okay, I'm not sure what just happened in my brain. I did pin the correct thing. It's like the front with the curve. So we're good. Well, I'm gonna sew this and we'll keep going. Okay, here's the update. I don't know why this didn't occur to me earlier, but I totally did this wrong. So I was feeling confused about the next instructions, and I told you before, I wanted to not watch other people's videos because I wanted to like learn to read instructions and do it. Well, it backfired. So as you can see, this is on the outside. And when it says right sides together, I think it means like touching each other, not together. So I did my outside part incorrectly. So that basically means, yeah, I gotta kind of start over. Not fully, like I can keep like my other section that's my 3rd pattern piece, but I have to like cut out my pattern pieces again, sew this again, but do it correctly. And I'd really love to finish this project. My fourth garment. Okay, Luke reminded me this is only your fourth garment. You're gonna make mistakes, and as long as you learn from it, it's fine. I think I was even more discouraged because I looked up this video and the person was like, this is like the easiest pattern. If you're a beginner sewer, you should totally do it. Which I think is true. But okay, let's see if we can do this. Okay, so this is for my mom's birthday, which I'm already late for. So let's see if we can still get this done this week. I was like on like a little high, but this is every project. It's like, so far, it's like highs and lows, and this is just a low. So let's go do it right. I've cut out all my new fabric. So it's time to just sew again and try not to make the same mistakes again. We finally have a hood that looks like it should look. So let's try this again. We'll do the try on again. So this is like just the outer. This is the self is as it should be. There's not like exposed seams here. She's pretty, very happy. And it's actually kind of nice to do it a couple times because this one's going much better, I think. Okay, it's time for a little update. I feel like construction is coming more easily to me, even progressing through this project a second time. It's like 11:15 p.m. and I'm starting to feel it. But okay, this is what we have done. I'm on step 2 where I'm going to stitch the lining to the self, and then we'll flip it around and progress from there. It is now many days later, and to recap and wrap up this garment 4 video, I did my final construction. It is actually complete. Sewed the scarf portion together and then went to the final, and for some reason the most confusing part for me, attaching the hood to the scarf and enclosing all the seams correctly. So I initially pinned it, but the instructions clicked for me and I realized why I needed to sew it 0.8 centimeters away from the edge. So then I repinned it, measuring as I went, and before I sewed the hood to the scarf, I felt like I needed to like visualize all the steps ahead of time. So it was really helpful for me to fully pin everything together and actually like do the turn inside out with it pinned rather than sewed like before I sewed it. And got poked a few times, but it was worth it because I actually got to see like, oh, this is gonna work if I do it like this. Like following the instructions best I could, and I felt confident before I actually went to sew it on my machine that it was going to be done correctly. So then I sewed all of this together, which was so satisfying. I cut out the bulk and my corners. They don't look exactly the same, sorry mom. And then I turned the whole thing back right side out, which was the best feeling when it like turned out looking right. And what's amazing, when all the seams are hidden, it covers all of your mistakes or your shortcomings as a sewist. It just like all is like neatly buttoned up, and I'm like, wow, like I made this. So then I gave it a press. I enclosed the final step using a slip stitch, and then I kind of covered that hand stitching, which actually looked pretty good, with the tag. I embroidered a little tag for it, and I really think this makes the project. It says a few nice things. Like we all just want like a few nice things. It's not perfect, but I'm so proud of this garment. I love the end product. The Audrey is so lovely, and thank you to Merchant and Mills for creating this pattern and sharing it. And I'm not gonna lie, when I put this on, like I feel like a British queen. I think like the little tie here just like makes it. It's so cute and cozy. It was such a fun process going from like beginner to feeling like a British queen. And I hope the same for my mom. I hope she enjoys this. I would love to make one for myself soon, perhaps in wool and cotton. And I think it's such a cute alternative to a scarf or just a regular hat. Love it, love it, love it. So now for project notes. First of all, even a beginner can make a scarf that makes you feel like a British queen. Number 2, use pattern weights. 3, pin your fabric. So they were like, I don't know if it's because I've been watching some sewists on YouTube, like make things, and they're more advanced sewists, and they don't necessarily have to like pin things to like get it straight, but it really helps me to pin things. And I think because I was so, like kind of used to watching them sew, I would just like start sewing. And then I'm like, oh no, I need to like pin this to get it right. So then at one point I was like pinning it as I was like halfway sewed, and then I was like pinning it. Anyway, just pin it. Right sides together. Yeah, I think we got that one. Notches are so simple and helpful. They literally just like help you line up your project. Number 6, keep going. If I can do it, you can do it. Now I gotta go mail this birthday present, so let's sew together again soon. Bye.